Howdy, partner. My name is Mike Webb. I'm running for Arlington County School Board. I'm just a simple city slicker turned urban cowboy and the son of a preacher man born to a limited degree. We've got some smart folks at Free the Mind Productions. They put together this little video. So just saddle up, put on your thinking cap, put your feet in the stirrup, and hang on for a good ride as we go on to make an education precedent. Giddy up. Yippee-ki-yay. In the last report, we continued our inquiry into the attempts to eliminate the achievement gap in the most wealthy and most educated public school district in America, and the most reliable Democrat base in the former states of the Confederacy. And we found some astonishment that that district had been among those at the forefront to deny a quality education to persons of color dating back to Reconstruction and before in an antebellum era of chattel slavery, or what the statesman John C. Calhoun once referred to as our peculiar institution. While it is abundantly clear how residents vote in Arlington today, we will examine now with great scrutiny how they live and apply the teachings of their new enlightened secular religion one to another in an Arlington way, proclaiming that they are continuously striving to eliminate the achievement gap in a community where diversity is our strength. In Arlington RFD, these are the same liberal and loving Democrats who took 5 years after the decision in Brown to desegregate public schools. 5 years. Done without incident, reported to the police, but 5 years. These are the same liberal and loving Democrats who had erected a physical segregation wall in the 1930s because, according to one local African American resident still alive today in the Highview Park community, who was interviewed on a D.C. television news show, they didn't want blacks and white together. She stated without equivocation, the wall was meant to separate. And even if the local historical society president truly believes that the remaining vestiges of that physical wall, like the one for which many locals criticize the current presidential administration, is a reminder of how human beings have a great capacity for being evil to our fellow human beings, the fact is that that wall persisted until 1966. More than a decade after desegregation of public schools, and almost half as long after Arlington decided to desegregate their schools without reported incident. And it was a wall for which those children of color had to pay each day while they found a way to travel around it to attend their segregated schools. But with blithe smiles and pious pronouncements at public ceremonies, the scripted response is that the remaining vestiges of that physical segregation wall in Arlington only reminds us all of how it used to be. Yes, the liberal and loving Democrats in Arlington did not obliterate that evil reminder. No, but left it for its historical value, while its beauty or blight in a community remains in the eyes of the beholder. Yes, the eyes of the beholder. Would you recommend to any victim of a crime to keep a sustained scar and not benefit from the surgical procedure because it served to remind everybody about how cruel mankind can be? Would you really? Bear in mind that this is the same diverse and inclusive community that has banned one local political candidate from displaying at the annual county fair his logo with the image of the battle flag of the Army of Northern Virginia, or the Stars and Bars, a symbol of Southern heritage that certainly no surviving resident of Arlington ever had to physically walk around, even if some ancestors may have marched behind it. But perhaps that is how diversity is our strength in our peculiar institution. But a loving and liberal Arlington, diverse and inclusive, is even more peculiar in its expressions of the Arlington way, particularly with regard to public education. Despite boasting a population of over 76% white residents, white students only occupy about 47% of the desks in the classrooms of Arlington County Public Schools. Where are the white children, and why are they absent from the Arlington County Public Schools? Why are they absent? Large numbers of ethnic minority children in those public schools reported in a 2015 survey noted that they did not feel that their teachers or schools appreciated their culture or language. Most pronounced in the middle schools, where most of the teachers and faculty and principals are white. Yet, for some reason, in the past school year, punishable incidents, including physical altercations, experienced a significant rise among African American and Hispanic or Latino students in Arlington County Public Schools, but continuing a persistent disproportionate percentage of ethnic minorities receiving suspensions up to 365 days from the Arlington Public Schools, while white students are suspended at rates significantly far below their proportion of the student population mix. So, is it not surprising or improbable to find that the highest percentage of suspensions occurs at the most diverse schools, especially the most diverse high school of Wakefield High School? Hopefully, not because diversity is our strength. Perhaps that is jumping to conclusions, and these are just kids being kids. If more children of color are getting into trouble, perhaps that is just a random result of kids being kids. No adult influence whatsoever, even if those adults are predominantly white and those children are predominantly children of color. Certainly, in this day and age, in loving and liberal Arlington, the most reliable Democrat bastion in the Commonwealth, one would certainly hope beyond hope that that was truly the case. The answers to these and many other vexing and perplexing questions will be revealed as we progress in this continuing series of reports in an education precedent for a local school board race. And that's the way it was in the 2017 Arlington County School Board race. I am Major Mike Webb, and I am running for Arlington County School Board. Good night, and God bless you. Back to you in the studio, Mo. This advertisement was authorized by Mike Webb. Honest. Hope you enjoyed that little piece. Hope you learned something too. Be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, check us out at mytrueconservative.com. If you want to contact me, give me an email at givefaithatry@gmail.com. Until next time, remember, mind the gap. And Rangers, lead the way. Just imagine that.